Alright guys, bienvenue. Okay, so for the map of Quebec, remember Quebec and French Canada, French Canadian culture, that's our cultural unit for Unit 3. Okay, so we're going to do a map together, get you familiar with some of the basic geography surrounding Quebec, right, formerly known as La Nouvelle France, New France. Let's get started, okay? Let's zoom in, alright, and then first of all, I'm going to highlight here in blue, right, the St. Lawrence River, right, La Rivière du Saint-Laurent, right, this right here, up in here, right, and then it gushes forth into the Gulf here. Okay, so that's the river right in here, St. Lawrence River, Saint-Laurent. Okay, so now I'm going to write it in here. I'm going to go like that, draw, and put Saint Laurent River, right? And again, it's this here, right? That's the Saint Laurent, Saint Lawrence in English. Okay, so we got the Saint Laurent. Then let us do the capital of Canada. We're going to switch gears very quickly. Now, the capital of Canada is not actually in Quebec. Right, it's in Ontario. It's right on the border of Quebec. Okay, let's draw a star right here for Ottawa. Right, Ottawa in French. Capital of Canada, right, borders Quebec, but it is in Ontario. All right. Now let's go in here, and we're gonna label Quebec City, la ville de Québec. Right, Ville de Québec. Okay, so let's go right in here. Okay, and then I'm gonna write Ville de Québec. Right, that's Quebec City, right? A major French-speaking town, about 95% French-speaking. Okay, so we got Ville de Québec. Then let's do the largest city in French Canada, in Quebec, Montréal, right? Montréal is on the St. Lawrence River, just further down south, right? Further down south. Okay, so let's go right in here. Okay, right there. Then let's write Montréal, the largest French-speaking city in North America, right? But it's also the second largest French-speaking city in the world, right? Montreal. Once we have that, we're going to label Trois-Rivières, the city, actually more of a town, of three rivers, right? That's what it's called, la ville de Trois-Rivières. Right? And it's in between these two. So let's label it Trois-Rivières, three rivers, la ville de Trois-Rivières, right in there, okay? And let's zoom out and let's go here, and we're going to label the Gaspésie region, la région de Gaspésie. Right, so this here, right, that's Gaspésie. Right, very famous region in Quebec. Very pretty, very rocky, has a lot of lighthouses. Right, La Gaspésie, in English known as the Gaspé Peninsula. Okay? Now, let us label the town of Saint-Augustin, right, or Saint Augustine, and it's going to be right in here, up there. It's a city again, right? Saint-Augustin, right? Saint Augustine in English. Obviously, very different from the Saint Augustine in Florida, right? The American town. This is Saint-Augustin in Quebec. Then we're going to zoom out and we're going to go further up north here. Right? Quebec is really big, right? Up north there aren't that many people, right? But there are still some settlements. For example, right in here, right? Fort Mackenzie, right in there, right? Fort Mackenzie. Okay? All right, we got Fort Mackenzie there. Let's go even further up north, right? Up here at the tip. And then we're going to label in here Saluit. Saluit. There are some French speakers here, about 40%. 40% French-speaking population. Most, though, are native Canadian peoples, right? Indigenous people. In this case, right, Inuit people. That's the majority up here. And then let's go back down to the south, but the the western border, and we're going to label the town of Le Val-d'Oire, right in here. Okay? Val-d'Oire. It should be an R. Let's do that again. Val-d'Oire, or, right, Val-d'Oire is how French Canadian speakers say it. In standard French, right, you would say Val d'Or, right, but French Canadians say Val-d'Oire. Okay? That's also a town, though. And then we're going to do some neighboring states outside of Quebec. Okay, for example, first, up here we got the tiniest bit of Newfoundland. Right in here, Newfound land, right, Newfoundland. Right, that's a separate Canadian state. This tiny bit of island here. Right, that's Newfoundland. Okay, and then we're going to label Le Labrador. Le Labrador. Right, we already have the border there, but I'm still going to go over it. Right, this in here is the Canadian province of Labrador. Labrador. Right in there. Labrador. Let's go back down to the south. Right, to the south of Quebec, you have the Canadian province of New Brunswick, right, which also New Brunswick borders the state of Maine, right, and it goes down up here, just like that. Oh, right, and then comes down, bam. All right. So that in here is New Brunswick. All right. There's some French speakers there. It's not technically part of Quebec, although historically it did have a large French-speaking population. Same goes with this part down here, Nova Scotia. Historically did have a lot of French speakers, but eventually, with more English-speaking migration, the English speakers outgrew, overpopulated the French speakers. So, there you go. And then, of course, right, we got the state of Maine, right, up in here, right, inside these borders here. Right, the state of Maine. I'm going to draw a border. All right. Okay. You got Maine right in there. And then let's go back to where Ottawa is, where Ottawa is. Remember I said it's in Ontario. Right? Ontario. Bam. Okay? And then one more. The body of water that's up in here. A very historic body of water. Hudson Bay. Right? That's the body of water that Quebec borders to the northwest. Okay, so again, this is Quebec. Right? Quebec. Le Québec. Quebec has a very complicated history with the rest of Canada because it has tried numerous times to become numerous times, I should say, to become independent, right? But most of the time, it has not been successful, right? As history has shown, Quebec is still part of Canada today. But there's supposed to be a new vote coming up very soon, maybe in the next year, where Quebec is again going to try to become independent. A new country, right? A French-speaking country, right? But we'll see what happens. But anyway, right? So, again, that's Quebec. All right? So please make sure you submit your map. All right? Thanks, guys. Stay